So let's talk about Smart. Then we'll hit the midway point. We'll come back and talk trade deadline, among other topics. But Smart has some lack of details here, but has some sort of a hissy fit in the hotel, maybe hotel room.
A hissy fit, yes.
It's a hissy fit. You don't go punching, like, look, I can see the pictures behind you. There's some great Celtics.
I have not swiped at any of them. No swiping going on behind me.
Yeah,
guys.
swiper.
No
Well,
swiping.
no punching, dude. No.
He called it a swipe.
No
He didn't call
doctor.
it a punch. He called it a swipe. So
you don't break glass with a swipe.
Right. This is a swipe. I couldn't break anything doing that. If I give it one of these.
He punched it, dude. He punched it. He's got lacerations. He's out for 2 weeks. There's a little bit of criticism at the end of the Lakers game, but there's a lot of bit of criticism on the year. This is his contract year. He wanted to get paid. This move could not have been more poorly timed. If anything, for those of you who like Marcus Smart and think that on his next contract he'll begin to really rise, it helps us believe that we may be able to get him on a bargain deal in the offseason. It's certainly possible. It's not going to help him. The postseason will dictate what kind of a contract he gets ultimately. I think that's, the midseason matters quite a lot. But at this point, he set the bar pretty low. If he performs excellent in the postseason, then, maybe he gets the cash. But I'm just telling you right now, John, that was the worst thing that could have happened, because what was the knock on him? Right. But coming into the league, the knock was he couldn't keep it together, and everybody loved his fire, but it reportedly had been very much under control. And I'm not saying, punching he didn't punch a person. He didn't get into a Tony Allen scenario. He wasn't at a nightclub shooting guns off. I get that. He didn't have the accusations that Avery Bradley currently has.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that, and I'm not sure we want to, but
we don't, because it's if he was with the Celtics, we'd dive in. Because he's not, we're going to let it go. We're just going to cast that line and let it sink. But Smart, it's not horrible,
right?
But because he's not playing to any substantial level above previous, before above last year, it hurts his contract, and this doesn't help.
Right. And I think that, you go back with Smart and you look at what he's done and what type of year he's had, and this goes on top of it, and it's visible and it's available, and everyone's going to notice that Marcus Smart has that's the first thing that someone's going to talk to his agent about. What type of guy is this guy? What type of, locker room guy? What is he really like? Yeah, I see what I see on the court, but he missed a game here. He's punched the wall in Washington. I saw the whole thing where he went after the old guy in the stands at Oklahoma State. I mean, all that stuff is going to get thrown in his face. And I think he's been very upfront, very, candid about what happened, what he says, all of that. But when you're making $100 million or $80 million, or even a $50 million decision about keeping somebody as a major player on your roster, those questions need to be really good. And on top of that, you need to have some numbers that you can live by. And right now, under 30% shooting from the field, 35% from the field outside of 3-point land, that's not going to get it done. And if he's looking, as somebody, I think it was on the Celtics Talk podcast on NBC, SN or CSN, whatever they are. Kyle and Sherrod, and they're saying, Sherrod was intimating that, he thought that Smart was looking for something bigger than what Kelly Olynyk got, and bigger basically bigger than any of the guys he's played with, bigger than the deal that Evan Turner got. So that's $17-18 million. So he's looking.
Well, come on, let's be real.
20?
They're all looking
that
for
ain't
max.
happening.
Right. They're all looking for a max deal. It's definitely not happening for Smart. And this, like I said, missing 2 weeks in the middle of a season because you can't keep your cool and not, even if you just punch the wall and not the picture. I mean, it's just, I have no idea what happened. We're never going to know. They'll keep it under wraps, but really bad move to just absolutely lose. I think it's 8 games that's on the docket that he's likely to miss. It's not like Tom Brady where he can just slap some tape over his hand and go out and be the man. The truth is, right now he's a glue guy. That's it. Glue guys don't make $20 million a year.